Welcome to the Discourse Analyzer AI Toolkit, where articles come alive. You're listening to the audio version of our article. For the full text and an interactive experience, check out the link in the description below. Interact with any selection using our AI assistant to enhance your understanding. Let's explore.
Theoretical approaches to digital discourse analysis. Theoretical approaches to digital discourse analysis offer profound insights into the ways digital media shapes and reflects societal structures and interactions. This exploration delves into three prominent frameworks: critical discourse analysis, CDA, network society theory, and actor network theory, and each approach provides a unique lens to examine how digital texts and interactions influence, reinforce, or challenge power relations, social structures, and societal changes. 1. Critical discourse analysis, CDA, in digital media. Critical discourse analysis, CDA, is a theoretical approach that examines the relationship between discourse, power, and society. When applied to digital media, CDA explores how discourse structures within digital contexts reinforce or challenge social inequalities. It involves a detailed analysis of online texts and interactions to understand how power relations are constructed, maintained, and contested. Exploration of discourse structures and power relations in digital contexts. CDA in digital media focuses on understanding how language and communication in digital spaces reflect and shape power dynamics. This involves analyzing the linguistic features, visual elements, and interactive components of digital texts and their broader social implications. Key concepts in CDA for digital media. Discourse structures. These refer to the organization and patterns of language use in digital texts, including syntax, vocabulary, genre conventions, and rhetorical strategies. In digital media, discourse structures also encompass multimedia elements such as images, videos, and hyperlinks. Power relations. Power relations are the ways in which power is distributed and exercised within society. In digital media, power can be observed in the control over content creation, dissemination, and access, as well as in the interactions between users, platforms, and institutions. Analyzing discourse structures. Linguistic features. Examining the choice of words, tone, and style used in digital texts can reveal underlying power dynamics and ideological stances. For instance, the use of inclusive or exclusive language in social media posts can indicate whether the discourse aims to unite or divide its audience. Visual and multimedia elements. In digital media, visual elements such as images, videos, and infographics play a crucial role in shaping discourse. CDA analyzes how these elements complement or contradict the textual content, influencing the overall message and its reception. For example, analyzing memes can uncover how humor and imagery are used to propagate or challenge certain ideologies. Interactivity and engagement. Digital discourse often involves interactive elements such as comments, likes, shares, and hyperlinks. CDA examines how these interactions contribute to the construction of meaning and power relations. For example, analyzing comment sections can reveal how power dynamics are negotiated among users. Examining power relations. Platform policies and algorithms. CDA investigates how platform policies and algorithms shape discourse by determining what content is visible and how it is presented. This includes analyzing the impact of content moderation practices and algorithmic curation on the visibility of certain voices and perspectives. Control over content. Analyzing who has control over content creation and dissemination in digital spaces can reveal power imbalances. For example, examining the role of influencers and digital gatekeepers can shed light on how they shape public discourse and influence societal norms. User interactions and hierarchies. CDA looks at how power dynamics are manifested in user interactions, such as the influence of prominent users in shaping discussions or the presence of harassment and marginalization of certain groups. Examination of online texts and interactions reinforcing or challenging social inequalities. CDA in digital media is particularly concerned with how online texts and interactions either reinforce existing social inequalities or provide opportunities for resistance and change. Reinforcing social inequalities. Representation and stereotypes. CDA examines how digital media representations can perpetuate stereotypes and reinforce social inequalities. For example, analyzing the portrayal of gender, race, and class in online advertisements or news articles can reveal biases and discriminatory practices. Echo chambers and polarization. Digital media can create echo chambers where users are exposed primarily to content that reinforces their existing beliefs. CDA explores how these environments contribute to the entrenchment of social divisions and the marginalization of dissenting voices. Harassment and marginalization. Online interactions can also reflect and perpetuate power imbalances, with marginalized groups often facing harassment and exclusion. CDA investigates the discursive strategies used to target these groups and the impact on their participation in digital spaces. Challenging social inequalities. Activism and advocacy. CDA also focuses on how digital media can be used to challenge social inequalities and promote social justice. Analyzing online activism, such as hashtag campaigns and digital protests, can reveal how marginalized groups leverage digital platforms to amplify their voices and advocate for change. Counter-narratives. Digital media provides a space for the creation and dissemination of counter-narratives that challenge dominant discourses. CDA examines how these counter-narratives are constructed and the strategies used to contest hegemonic ideologies. For example, analyzing alternative news sites or independent blogs can uncover how they provide different perspectives on mainstream issues. Community building and support. Digital spaces can also foster community building and provide support networks for marginalized groups. CDA explores how these communities use discourse to create solidarity, share experiences, and mobilize for collective action. Applications of CDA in digital media studies. Case studies. Conducting case studies of specific digital phenomena, such as viral social media campaigns or online harassment incidents, can provide detailed insights into the dynamics of digital discourse and power relations. Comparative analysis. Comparing discourse across different platforms, genres, or cultural contexts can highlight how digital media shapes and is shaped by varying power structures and social norms. Longitudinal studies. Longitudinal analysis of digital discourse can reveal how power relations and social inequalities evolve over time, offering a deeper understanding of the long-term impacts of digital media practices. Critical discourse analysis provides a robust framework for analyzing the complexities of digital discourse and its implications for power and inequality in society. By examining the structures and interactions within digital texts, CDA reveals how digital media can both reinforce and challenge social hierarchies, offering insights into the transformative potential of digital communication. 2. Network society theory and digital media. Network society theory, developed by Manuel Castells and other scholars, provides a framework for understanding how digital communication networks shape social structures and influence societal changes. This theory is particularly relevant for analyzing digital media and online discourse, as it highlights the interconnected and dynamic nature of contemporary social relations. Digital communication networks shaping social structures. Network society theory posits that the advent of digital communication technologies has led to the formation of a network society, where social structures are increasingly organized around networks rather than hierarchical institutions. These networks are facilitated by digital media, which enable real-time communication, collaboration, and information sharing across vast distances. Key characteristics of network society. Decentralization. In a network society, power and influence are distributed across multiple nodes rather than centralized in a few institutions. Digital communication networks allow for more fluid and flexible social structures, where individuals and groups can connect and interact outside traditional hierarchies. Connectivity and flexibility. Digital media facilitate constant connectivity and the ability to form and reconfigure networks quickly. This flexibility enables rapid responses to changing conditions and the emergence of new social formations. Global reach. Digital networks transcend geographical boundaries, creating a global space of flows where information, ideas, and resources can circulate freely. This global connectivity fosters the development of transnational communities and social movements. Shaping social structures. Economic structures. Digital communication networks have transformed economic structures by enabling new forms of production, distribution, and consumption. The rise of the gig economy, e-commerce, and digital entrepreneurship exemplifies how digital media reshape economic activities and labor relations. Political structures. Digital media have reconfigured political structures by providing new platforms for political engagement, mobilization, and activism. Social media, in particular, play a crucial role in organizing protests, spreading political messages, and facilitating grassroots movements. Cultural structures. Cultural production and consumption are also shaped by digital networks. The democratization of content creation allows for a more diverse range of cultural expressions, while digital platforms facilitate the global dissemination and remixing of cultural artifacts. Understanding online discourse's influence on societal changes. Network society theory also emphasizes the role of online discourse in driving societal changes. Digital communication networks enable the rapid spread of information and ideas, influencing public opinion, social norms, and collective actions. Influence on societal changes. Information and knowledge dissemination. Online discourse facilitates the dissemination of information and knowledge at unprecedented speeds. Digital media enable individuals to access and share vast amounts of information, contributing to a more informed and engaged public. This flow of information can drive societal changes by raising awareness of issues, shaping public debates, and influencing policy decisions. Social movements and activism. Online discourse is a powerful tool for social movements and activism. Digital platforms provide spaces for organizing, mobilizing, and amplifying the voices of marginalized groups. Hashtag campaigns, viral videos, and online petitions are examples of how online discourse can galvanize support and drive social change. Public opinion and social norms. Digital communication networks shape public opinion and social norms by providing platforms for discourse and debate. Influencers, activists, and ordinary users can contribute to shaping societal values and attitudes through their online interactions. This process can lead to shifts in social norms and the redefinition of acceptable behaviors. Echo chambers and polarization. While online discourse can promote societal changes, it can also contribute to echo chambers and polarization. Digital algorithms often create filter bubbles where users are exposed primarily to content that aligns with their existing beliefs. This reinforcement of homogeneous viewpoints can exacerbate social divisions and hinder constructive dialogue. Analyzing online discourse. Content analysis. Analyzing the content of online discourse involves examining the themes, narratives, and rhetoric used in digital texts. This analysis can reveal how ideas are framed, what messages are emphasized, and how different viewpoints are represented. Network analysis. Network analysis examines the structure and dynamics of digital communication networks. This approach can identify key nodes, influential users, clusters, communities, and the flow of information within the network. Understanding these patterns can provide insights into how online discourse spreads and evolves. Discourse analysis. Discourse analysis focuses on the language and communication practices used in online interactions. This method can uncover the power relations, ideological stances, and social identities constructed through digital discourse. Case studies. #MeToo movement. The #MeToo movement exemplifies how online discourse can drive societal change. Through social media, individuals shared their experiences of sexual harassment and assault, creating a global conversation that challenged social norms and led to significant cultural and institutional changes. Arab Spring. The Arab Spring is another example where online discourse played a crucial role. Digital communication networks facilitated the organization of protests and the dissemination of information, contributing to the overthrow of authoritarian regimes and the push for democratic reforms. Climate change activism. Online discourse has also been pivotal in climate change activism. Digital platforms allow activists to raise awareness, mobilize support, and pressure governments and corporations to take action on environmental issues. Network society theory provides a comprehensive framework for understanding how digital communication networks shape social structures and influence societal changes. By analyzing online discourse through this lens, researchers can gain insights into the complex interplay between technology, culture, and power in the digital age. This approach highlights the transformative potential of digital media while also addressing the challenges and implications of living in a networked society. 3. Actor Network Theory, ANT, in digital media. Actor network theory, ANT, is a theoretical and methodological approach developed by scholars like Bruno Latour, Michel Callan, and John Law. It emphasizes the role of both human and non-human actors in the creation and maintenance of social networks. When applied to digital media, ANT provides a framework for understanding the complex interactions between technology and discourse that produce social phenomena. Consideration of human and non-human actors in digital networks. ANT posits that both human and non-human entities, referred to as actors or actants, are integral to the formation and operation of networks. This perspective challenges traditional sociological approaches that prioritize human agency and overlooks the influence of non-human elements. Human actors, users and content creators. Human actors in digital networks include individuals who create, share, and consume content. These users influence and shape digital discourse through their interactions, contributions, and engagement. Developers and designers. The creators of digital platforms and technologies play a crucial role in shaping the functionality and affordances of digital media. Their decisions impact how users interact with technology and each other. Organizations and institutions. Companies, governments, and other institutions act within digital networks to regulate, control, and influence digital discourse. Their policies, algorithms, and interventions significantly shape the network dynamics. Non-human actors. Technological artifacts. This includes hardware, computers, smartphones, and software, social media platforms, algorithms that enable and mediate digital interactions. These artifacts are not passive tools but active participants that shape and constrain human actions. Data and algorithms. Data generated by users and the algorithms that process and interpret this data play crucial roles in digital networks. They influence what content is visible, how information spreads, and how users interact with digital environments. Digital content. Texts, images, videos, and other forms of digital content act as non-human entities that interact with users and technologies. They carry meanings, elicit responses, and contribute to the network's dynamics. Analysis of technology and discourse interactions producing social phenomena. ANT focuses on how interactions between human and non-human actors produce social phenomena. In digital media, this involves analyzing how technologies and discourse co-construct realities and shape social dynamics. Key concepts in ANT for digital media. Network formation. ANT examines how networks are formed through the interactions of various actors. In digital media, this involves understanding how users, technologies, and content come together to create dynamic and evolving networks. Translation. This concept refers to the process by which actors negotiate and align their interests to form stable networks. In digital media, translation can be observed in how users adopt new technologies, how platforms integrate new features, and how content is adapted to different contexts. Agency and power. ANT explores how agency is distributed across human and non-human actors and how power dynamics are enacted within networks. In digital media, this involves analyzing how algorithms influence user behavior, how platform policies regulate content, and how users assert their agency within technological constraints. Analyzing technology and discourse interactions. Algorithmic mediation. ANT can be used to analyze how algorithms mediate discourse on digital platforms. For example, studying how Facebook's newsfeed algorithm prioritizes certain types of content can reveal how technological decisions shape public discourse and influence social interactions. Platform studies. Examining the design and functionality of digital platforms through ANT can uncover how technological affordances and constraints shape user behavior and discourse. For instance, Twitter's character limit influences the brevity and style of communication, shaping the nature of interactions on the platform. Digital content analysis. ANT allows for the examination of how digital content interacts with users and technologies to produce social phenomena. This includes analyzing how viral content spreads through networks, how memes evolve, and how online communities form around shared interests and discourses. Case studies and applications. Fake news and misinformation. ANT can be applied to study the spread of fake news and misinformation on social media. By examining the interactions between users, algorithms, and digital content, researchers can understand how misinformation propagates and what factors contribute to its virality. Online activism. Analyzing online activism through ANT involves studying how activists, digital platforms, and content interact to mobilize support and drive social change. For example, the Black Lives Matter movement's use of hashtags and social media campaigns can be analyzed to understand how digital networks facilitate activism. Influencer culture. ANT can be used to study the dynamics of influencer culture, examining how influencers, followers, platforms, and branded content interact to create and sustain digital influence. This includes analyzing how algorithms boost certain influencers and how users engage with influencer content. Implications of ANT for digital discourse analysis. Holistic understanding. ANT provides a holistic framework for analyzing digital discourse by considering the roles of both human and non-human actors. This approach highlights the complex interactions that produce social phenomena, offering a comprehensive understanding of digital networks. Decentralized agency. By recognizing the agency of non-human actors, ANT challenges traditional views of agency and power. This perspective reveals how technological artifacts and algorithms actively shape social dynamics, influencing discourse and behavior. Dynamic and evolving networks. ANT emphasizes the fluid and dynamic nature of networks, showing how they are constantly negotiated and reconfigured. This approach highlights the adaptability and resilience of digital networks, as well as the potential for change and innovation. Actor network theory provides a powerful framework for analyzing the complex interactions between technology and discourse in digital media. By considering the roles of both human and non-human actors, ANT offers valuable insights into how digital networks are formed, maintained, and transformed, shedding light on the social phenomena that emerge from these interactions. Conclusion. Critical discourse analysis, network society theory, and actor network theory each offer valuable perspectives for understanding digital discourse. CDA reveals the power dynamics within digital texts. Network society theory highlights the impact of digital communication networks on societal structures, and ANT examines the complex interactions between human and non-human actors in digital environments. Together, these approaches enrich our comprehension of the multifaceted nature of digital discourse and its societal implications. Frequently asked questions. What is critical discourse analysis, CDA, in digital media? Critical discourse analysis, CDA, in digital media involves exploring how discourse structures and power relations manifest in digital contexts. It examines how online texts and interactions can reinforce or challenge social inequalities, focusing on the language used in digital communication and its impact on societal power dynamics. How does CDA analyze power relations in digital contexts? CDA analyzes power relations in digital contexts by scrutinizing the language and structures of online texts and interactions. It looks at how digital media can perpetuate dominant ideologies, marginalize certain groups, and shape public opinion, as well as how digital spaces can serve as platforms for resistance and social change. What is network society theory and how does it relate to digital media? Network society theory explores how digital communication networks shape social structures and influence societal changes. It posits that the rise of digital networks transforms social organization, communication patterns, and power relations, emphasizing the role of online discourse in these transformations. How does network society theory help us understand online discourse? Network society theory helps us understand online discourse by examining how digital communication networks enable the flow of information and interaction across different social spheres. It highlights the decentralized and interconnected nature of digital media, showing how these networks influence social behavior, cultural trends, and political movements. What is actor network theory, ANT, in digital media? Actor network theory, ANT, in digital media considers both human and non-human actors, such as technology, in the analysis of digital networks. ANT examines how these actors interact and influence each other, producing social phenomena through complex networks of relationships. How does ANT analyze the interaction between technology and discourse? Ant analyzes the interaction between technology and discourse by exploring how digital tools, platforms, and algorithms shape and are shaped by human communication. It looks at the reciprocal influence between technological affordances and discursive practices, showing how technology can mediate, transform, and even create new forms of social interaction and meaning. How do CDA, network society theory, and Ant differ in their approach to digital discourse analysis? These three approaches differ in focus and methodology. CDA focuses on the language and power relations in digital texts and interactions, analyzing how discourse shapes and reflects social inequalities. Network society theory emphasizes the structural and societal impacts of digital communication networks, exploring how these networks transform social organization and behavior. Ant considers the roles of both human and non-human actors in digital networks, analyzing how their interactions produce social phenomena and shape digital discourse. Why is it important to examine discourse structures in digital media? Examining discourse structures in digital media is important because it helps us understand how language and communication influence social perceptions, behaviors, and power dynamics. Analyzing these structures can reveal underlying biases, ideologies, and mechanisms of control, as well as opportunities for resistance and social change. How can digital media reinforce or challenge social inequalities? Digital media can reinforce social inequalities by perpetuating stereotypes, marginalizing certain voices, and amplifying dominant ideologies. Conversely, it can challenge inequalities by providing platforms for marginalized groups to voice their perspectives, mobilize for social justice, and disrupt dominant narratives. What is the significance of considering both human and non-human actors in digital discourse analysis? Considering both human and non-human actors is significant because it acknowledges the complex interplay between technology and human agency in digital communication. This perspective helps us understand how technological tools and platforms shape discursive practices and social interactions, and how humans, in turn, influence and repurpose these technologies for various ends. How do these theoretical approaches enhance our understanding of digital media's impact on society? These theoretical approaches enhance our understanding of digital media's impact on society by providing diverse lenses through which to analyze digital discourse. They help us grasp the multifaceted nature of digital communication, the power dynamics at play, and the ways in which technology and human agency interact to shape social realities and transformations.